So, can I ask what your name is?
Mike.
And your last name?
Clark.
Mike Clark. And how old are you, Mike? 27. And where are you from? And what are you doing in Bournemouth?
Working.
Working. Alright. And where do you work?
TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays. Do you enjoy it? Yeah? Cool, alright. So, all these questions, you don't have to answer them if you don't want to, just say blah blah blah. Yeah, so let's go. Why do you think that people in society now find it difficult to make connections with each other?
Everything's now just really closed off. It's really more electrical based. Why would you have a conversation with somebody face to face when you can just text them instead? I guess you don't really have to portray emotion in the message.
No, less
You are an absolute
emotion.
How long do you work here
Yeah,
for?
I agree with that, absolutely. I think it's, I don't know, you kind of hide behind it, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah.
a safety blanket.
Safety blanket, yeah, I like that. Alright, so what makes you smile?
Quite a lot, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like, without sounding cheesy, seeing people happy.
Just being happy?
Happiness in general, anything that's good about the world makes
Yeah.
me happy. Like if I was walking down the street and I see an old couple holding hands, I'm like, oh yeah!
Yeah, see, that's true. I want that one day, you know. You walk past it and you're just like... I think exactly the same thing. Every time I see like a little old couple who still link arms, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, you're still so in love. It's
Yeah.
just lovely.
I actually saw an old couple in Tesco a couple of weeks ago back home. And as the man walked past the bird, he just sat her on the arse and carried on walking. I was like,
Amazing.
that's what I want in life.
Yeah, that is all you could ever ask for, right?
Yep, that's all I want. I just want somebody to tap my butt.
It's an easy man to please, right? Alright. Where is the most beautiful place you've ever been?
Hamilton Island.
Hamilton Island, where's that?
Sydney? No. South Coast Australia.
And where,
Or on
when
the coast.
when were you there?
February until
Alright.
January last year. Nearly there for a year.
Nice. And what were you doing there? Who were you with?
Working.
Working.
I went travelling, stumbled onto the island, found it was absolutely beautiful, and it's literally off the coast of Queensland, and it's just the most beautiful place in the world. There is genuinely my favourite place. It's my favourite spot on earth. There's a spot at the back of the island, it's just behind this teeny tiny little airport, and it's a cliff, and you can literally sit there and you just see out for miles, and it's just open water.
Amazing.
I'll show you pictures. It's the best. I'll show you.
Yeah, show me. If you were to go back there,
Instantly.
who would you take with you? Or would you go by yourself?
Myself.
So,
My favourite spot in the entire world in one picture. Like this.
so beautiful.
This is where I live.
And that was the view.
So this is a thing called the Blue Mountains, which is in Echo Park,
Yeah,
which is about an hour and a half north of Sydney.
incredible.
And I climbed over a railing and just sat on this cliff and sat there for about 2 hours.
Amazing.
And then I get to the island and there's just birds just living.
Good. It's so beautiful. Wow, man.
Yeah, man, that's literally at the cliff where I sit. I'd go there all day, every day.
Amazing.
There's a bit. So this is the harbour. Like the bar that I was running at the time.
Whoa, is that lightning? That's mad.
Yeah, so my mate Andy was at work during a thunderstorm, took a picture of it pouring down, and literally as he took a picture, there was lightning. It was like, this is the perfect picture.
That's incredible.
That's where I lived. So these are all the buildings that we lived in. And I wake up every day to this view.
That's the life, man.
And look at it.
That
How
the
beautiful is
life.
that?
What more could you want, right?
It's beautiful, man. Sorry, go back to talking about stuff.
What's your philosophy in life? What
Be
do you
happy.
live by? Be happy.
Live and let live. Like, why would you have an opinion on something that doesn't directly affect your life? Why would you care?
You do you.
You do
That's
you,
that.
boo.
Yeah.
You do you.
All right, I like that. Describe your perfect day. If tomorrow you could have just the perfect day, what would happen?
Wake up to bacon sandwiches.
Bacon sandwiches. White or brown bread?
White with butter.
Ketchup, brown sauce, no sauce?
Maybe a little bit of ketchup. Someone to wake up with.
Yeah.
Perfect day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Morning sex, followed by bacon sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, and then in bed, chill. Or would you get up and go?
Get up, go rock climbing for a little while. Just
Rock
go,
climbing,
yeah, just
alright.
go and pick a cliff face and climb it. Sit at the top and just watch the sea for a little while.
Enjoy
I could
the
climb a
view.
cliff over to the ocean.
Yeah.
That would just be incredible. And just sit up there all day with someone, like a girlfriend or whatever, and just sit up there and just chill and just look over the ocean all day.
You don't even have to talk, do you?
Nah,
You
literally just
like,
sit and chill.
Sit,
Yeah,
chill.
man.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. I like that. Always start the day with a bacon sandwich, right? So you know the TV program Mastermind?
Yeah.
What would your chosen subject
Harry
be?
Potter.
Harry Potter. Are you a massive Harry Potter fan? What would you do if I told you I hadn't seen it?
I would punch you in the face. No, I wouldn't. No, I'd arrange a day for us to go and watch it, and we'll just watch them all.
Alright. What would the title of your biography be?
How to be happy.
How to be happy. By Mike Brown. Nice. Simple. It works. What are you grateful for in your life?
Everything. Seriously, everything. Literally just being alive is what I'm grateful for. So I nearly died during a car crash when I was 17. And ever since then, I've just been so thankful for literally just being alive, because I could have quite easily died, and I didn't. So something obviously wants me to be here. Something or someone wants me to be here.
You're here
So,
for a reason.
yeah, so I'm just going to live life and be happy. That's all I care about.
Amen. Amen. I had a similar thing when I was a kid as
Yeah?
well. Yeah. In plane crash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
That's impressive.
I know. Yeah. But no, I have exactly the same philosophy because of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just take every day as it comes and
Yeah,
enjoy it.
Right.
What single event, I mean, I guess it's what you just told me, but what single event has had the biggest impact on your life and changed who you are as a person?
Yeah, the car crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Just changed the way your outlook. changed
Yeah, like
everything.
outlook on life, outlook on religion, I guess.
How so?
Because before I was a little bit skeptical on whether or not there is or isn't a God or like an afterlife or whatever.
Yeah.
But the car crash that I had sounds so cliche, but 10 years to the day that my nan died, and she always told me that she'd look after me. So to me,
That's actually giving me goosebumps.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me. All right.
Yeah, she always told me that she'd look after me, and no matter what, she'd always got my back. And yeah, 10 years to the day, I had a massive car crash that should have killed me. And
Was it only you in the car?
No, it was my best mate that was driving. We came around the front of my village, and it was pissing it down with rain. And we just aquaplaned across a puddle over a manhole cover. We spun the car out, went up a curb, the boot ended up flipping over the bonnet of the car, and we barrel rolled like 6 or 7 times, about 30 foot through a ditch. And then my side of the car wraps itself around the tree, and my head goes through the passenger side window and just connects with the tree, and I just get knocked out. Yeah, man. And I woke up to literally like looking down over. I have no idea how I got out of the car or up the ditch, but I ended up looking down over the car, seeing it in like this crumpled, mangled mess, and seeing the destruction. And there's people and an ambulance crew tending to my mate Aaron, who was driving, but nobody was looking or paying any attention to me. So I genuinely thought I was dead. Like it was so
Such
scary.
a mad experience.
It was like out of body is the only way to describe it, I guess.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, I literally just hear my mum screamed my name, and I just turned around and like a big fucking wet baby child, I just went, "Mummy!" And she literally just ran up and squeezed me.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
Wow. If you have a dinner party with 3 people, dead or alive, famous
Yeah.
or not, who would it be and why?
Winston Churchill,
Why?
because he's an absolute genius. Like, I'm not one for politics whatsoever, but British history in general, I kind of quite like.
Yeah, okay.
And Winston Churchill was just an old school hero
Yeah.
that just like took the country and the situation by the bollocks and went, right, I'm fucking changing it.
Yeah,
My granddad, because he's my best friend.
that's beautiful.
Honestly, he is my best friend. Like, I'll call him up and talk to him for hours on end. Like, the man is 74, he's 75 in a couple of weeks. And yeah, I just talk to him about everything and anything.
Nice.
Yeah,
Are you going to go see him for his birthday?
yeah.
Nice. What are
Yeah,
you
we're
going to do?
throwing a massive party for him that he doesn't know about yet.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
And just seeing his face light up, like, you see pictures of me and him as a baby, like me as a baby and him as a baby, we just look exactly the same. So I think, like, we naturally have this connection where we're just, like, the same person. Like,
Yeah.
look at this. That's him as a baby,
Yeah.
yeah? And that's me as a baby.
No.
Like, look, they're exactly the same.
That's incredible.
And that's him there. So, yeah, he's just, like, my favourite person in the whole wide world.
That's cute.
And a guy called Daniel Negreanu.
Who? Daniel?
Negreanu. Neganeu, I think.
And who's he?
He's a professional poker player, and he's just me as a person, I think. He's just very laid back and very happy, and very just happy to be alive. Doesn't take anything too seriously,
Yeah.
and no matter what you throw at him, he always finds a positive, and that's what I like to do as well.
Nice.
So yeah, he's just...
Someone you kind of look up to.
If I could
guess,
have
or
his life,
whatever.
I would have his life today.
Nice.
Yeah, man, he's so
Alright.
cool.
Cool. What was the last photograph you took?
Fucking the thing in the meeting this morning was literally a slide, just a slide about work.
Amazing. A work slide.
Not amazing in the slightest.
How interesting. What do you wish the photograph would have been?
Me back on Hamilton Island, just enjoying life. Anything, yeah, just anything that shows happiness.
Yeah.
Just makes me sound so cheesy.
Cheese is alright.
It's not.
Everyone likes a bit of cheese.
It's so cliche, like I wear beads, I travel the world and I'm happy and it's like, yeah, man, live and let live. Yeah.
What would you say your best and your worst trait is?
My best trait is probably that I like to care about everybody. I always like to make sure that everybody's doing okay, and if there's anything I can do to help,
Yeah.
yeah, like Superman syndrome is a legit thing.
Superman syndrome, I like that.
It's a legit thing, I'm telling you. It's like when you spot a problem and you have to fix it.
Alright. And your worst?
My competitiveness. Like, to the point where I will probably destroy friendships to win. Like, never play Monopoly with me, mate. I promise you will, or you will not survive.
Destroy friendships to win. I'm a little bit like that as well.
Yeah.
Tell me a fun fact about you, something no one would expect.
I once lost a testicle.
You lost a testicle.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
I was at work, and a girl came in with all of her uni stuff in her bag, took her bag off and swung it just to get it off her back, and it hit me in the bollocks. I dropped to the floor, and I got the instant pain. So as blokes, when you get hit in the balls, you get a pain in the bottom of your stomach where your testes are, and I got that pain instantly, and it usually goes away after like 20-30 minutes. Like on a bad one, it can stick around for like 20-30 minutes. Usually like after a couple of minutes it goes. But after like 45 minutes, I went up to my boss and I was like, Rob, man, there is something fucking wrong. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I explained the situation. He's like, cool, go to the toilet and just figure it out. So I went to the toilet, dropped my trousers, had a look, and one of my bollocks just wasn't there. It was just a half-empty ball sack.
So you only have one?
I got it back.
Oh,
So
okay.
I went up to him
I got
and
it back.
said, yeah, I went up to him and like, I don't know how to tell you this, mate, but One of them ain't there. I don't know what's going on, but it's not there. So after laughing about it and calling up the NHS helpline, I went to A&E. John, who's the AKM of Westquay, drove me to hospital. And they did like a scan and they found it. And they're like, cool, we got your testicle, we know where it is, now let's get it back. So in a nutshell, they injected me in the gooch with a muscle relaxer.
And it just fell back in.
You literally had to do that on my gooch, and literally it just popped straight back out after about 5 minutes of like gently massaging.
Oh my god.
And then I just sat there cradling like my now tennis ball size ball.
Wow, that is not something you hear every day.
No, it's not.
If you could leave me with one piece of advice, what would you give me?
Be happy.
Happy.
Whatever
Another
annoys
piece of
you.
cheese.
Huh?
Another piece of cheese.
Yeah, literally, like if anything ever annoys you, just let it go over your head. If it doesn't directly affect your day-to-day life, don't let it bother you. Don't let it occupy your headspace. You know?
Be happy, let it go. Nice. Alright, so that's it for the questions. I'm going to stop recording now.